Good morning, ladies. Sorry, I'm on. All right, well, I just wanted to give you guys an update. So my last video was Thursday, and we went for our estradiol E2 blood work and sonogram, and it looked like the follicles had grown slightly, but um, we're not holding our breath after what happened the first time. Um, I didn't feel any differently, and that's what really worried me. So they did cancel our cycle, and low estrogen. It never went above 20 again. So we met with our doctor on Tuesday, and of this week, and she's kind of at a loss as well. We're going to rerun my FSH and my AMH, which are the two tests that tell about ovarian function and ovarian reserve. So I had my AMH done in April and it came back normal. Throughout the last 10 or 15 years, I've had FSH levels drawn, and some of them have been irregular on the high side, but it wasn't a consistent high FSH level. So, um, anyway, so we're going to rerun those tests and see where we're at. If they come back normal, we're going to try one more time with IVF, and we're going to do estrogen priming, and she's going to do letrozole, which is, I guess, like the new Clomid, in addition to the Gonal-F and the Menopur. So we'll see if throwing everything in the kitchen sink, like she said, at it works, and go from there. If the ovarian reserve and AMH and FSH come back normal. If they do not come back normal and they are irregularly high or bad in that case, bad high FSH and low ovarian reserve, then we'll have to reevaluate and see what our options are. She did mention donor egg, which I've talked about this before, and I'm not real sure how I feel about it, but in a way, I just want an answer one way or another. Like, is it this or is it that? Like, is it too much to ask to just have a simple IVF case? The women who go through IVF and it just works on the first time, like magically, and your body does exactly what the doctors say it's going to do. God bless you. And I hope that you are very grateful that it worked that easily. I, for some reason, am a wackadoo and a hard case. So the other thing that our doctor mentioned is going to Colorado. The all of y'all know Juliana and Bill go to the Colorado clinic, and the doctor Schoolcraft and whatever the other guy is are the leaders when it comes to IVF. And she said that they do some things like growth hormone and testosterone that their clinic's just not comfortable doing. She didn't feel like the things that they do at the Colorado clinic had any that they've had any studies that show that it really works or not. So she wasn't, but she said, listen, I'm reaching the end of my bag of tricks. So I appreciate the fact that she's not willing to waste my money, which is good because, I need to not waste my money. So anyway, we'll just do those tests in the next couple weeks. With my next period, I'll do my FSH and AMH and see what those come back at. If they do come back normal, we'll go ahead in January. Our clinic shuts down for the holidays, so they're not accepting any more IVF patients in this year. So in January, with a cycle in January, we'll go ahead and try one more time. And then after that, if it doesn't work, we have the option of going to Colorado and having them take a look at all of our files like this thick. It's crazy. Have them take a look at everything and see what they think. and if they can do anything to help us. But there's it's not that the Colorado clinic is much more expensive than what it costs here with medications and all of that. They have a package, and their package is like 12,000. Our clinic's like 3,000, or 9,000 plus medications. And so it's not like it's grossly overpriced considering they're the leading IVF doctors, but you still have the expense of flying out there, practically living there for a couple of weeks while you go through everything. And it's that's just a lot. It's a lot to do. And we have family in Denver, so we, could probably hit them up for a place to sleep, but it's just a lot. And I don't know that I'm willing to do anything experimental or whatever. I just want a baby. I mean, we're looking at the costs involved so far. Our clinic donor egg IVF cycle, all said and done, is about $18,000, which I was happily surprised to hear. Unfortunately, you don't get to see a picture of the donor, but the donor coordinator does everything she can to explain what they look like and get you the perfect match. I know it's vain, but if I'm going to have to pick somebody else's eggs, I want to pick who it is. So agency donors tend to be a lot more expensive, so I'm not ruling it out, but we'll see. So anyway, so that's the story. That's where we stand. And we'll just have to wait and see what those tests come back and decide what to do next. And hopefully it will result in us having a baby. She did say there's no reason to think that I wouldn't be able to carry a child, which is fantastic. So maybe, who knows? Maybe by end of first quarter we'll be pregnant, and it'll either be mine or some hot college student who's prettier and taller than me. But it'll still be mine because I'll be carrying it. So anyway, who knows? We'll see. Nothing is certain yet. That's where we stand, and that's where we're headed. So just wanted to give you guys an update so I didn't leave you hanging. Thanks again for watching, and I appreciate it. Appreciate all your comments and support through all of this, and wishing you all the best of luck in your cycles. And hopefully this community helps answer questions that people have as they're going through IVF. And certainly if anybody knows anything or has heard of or dealt with the same situation where estrogen isn't rising, please send me a message, because she said the only things it can be is premature menopause. Excuse me, that word is hard to say, hard to find in my head, or premature ovarian failure. So hopefully if we see that those other two tests are normal, we can rule those out and be successful with our own eggs. So anyway, that's where we stand, and I will keep you guys in the loop. Wishing you all a very happy Thanksgiving as we're heading into the holidays, and I will update as soon as I get those tests back so that y'all know what's going on. My birthday's on Sunday. I'm turning 36. I'm freaking out just a little bit. I mean, it's only 4 years, so I'm 40. And I know a lot can happen in 4 years, but I just look back at the last 5 years of trying to have a baby, and it went by so fast, and I can't afford to let the next 4 years go by so fast. We're definitely running out of time. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Enjoy your Thanksgivings, and be thankful for everything you have, even if it doesn't include a baby just yet. See you later, ladies.